Hi James, welcome to Darlington. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I started off at Bolton when I was a 9-year-old lad. I was there, had a good footballing education, was there till 18, and then got a move to Blackpool. Went straight into their first team, got my debut in the Championship 19, was there for 2 years. Then I moved on to Shrewsbury for 2 years. Didn't quite work out for me. Had a good loan spell at Lincoln towards the end of my time there, and then ended up signing for Southport. Was there till January last year, and then got a move to Dover. Obviously I went to Dover but didn't play, so it didn't work out for me either.
Going back in time at Blackpool, they were in the Championship at the time, weren't they?
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't change anything about my 2 years there. It was just unfortunate. I had 5 managers in that time. I managed to be in the first team with every single manager, but when you're a young lad, sometimes you don't get the experience that you need, and that's just unfortunate. But yeah, it was a good time for me.
Yeah, and unfortunately you got squeezed out just through circumstances.
Yeah, of course.
And moved on to Shrewsbury, who were then in League Two, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, the first year was brilliant. We obviously got promoted to League One, but then they changed formation to a 3-5-2, which the manager didn't see me fitting in. So I had basically the second year I was on loan at Mansfield, Wrexham, and then Lincoln. I would say Lincoln, I really enjoyed my time there, did really well. And then, yeah, that was my first kind of experience in the conference. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and obviously went to Southport, did well there, had a good run of games, but then kind of stop-start at Dover, didn't quite get going. So it's important now for me to, get a good run of games and just get back to enjoying football. I mean, that's why we're all involved. You want to be playing, you don't want to be sitting on a bench. So I think that's important now that I get going and really start to get my career going again.
What attracted you to Darlington? Because if you come from Widnes in Lancashire, there's plenty of clubs to choose over there, isn't there?
Yeah, of course. Well, to be honest, I did have a few clubs interested in me. But like I said to you, it was important that I chose the right one for me. I come down a couple of Tuesdays ago, had a good chat with the manager, and I really enjoyed the training session, to be honest. We did a lot of individual stuff, kind of, set the lads off, split them into defenders, midfield, strikers, and I like that because I feel like if you've got a manager that wants to work individually with his players, it's going to get the best out of you. So no, I definitely think we're on the same page, and that's something that made me want to join here, because I feel like I can have a good one-to-one relationship with the manager and see him getting the best out of me.
Do you describe yourself as a forward or as a winger? Because doing some reference checking today, you were described as a winger in some places, but tonight in this friendly against Newton Aycliffe, you play like an orthodox striker.
Yeah, I think the problem is, sometimes when you have a little bit of pace, managers are a bit. They don't really. They just think because you've got pace, you can only play in the wing. But me personally, I prefer a more central role. My favourite position is actually number 10. And you know what? Another thing that swayed me to come here was the manager sees me in a central position. So that's definitely something that attracted me to come here.
So now your sights are set on getting a promotion with Darlington?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I obviously followed it last year, and they were very unlucky. It was only circumstance that they didn't get into the playoffs, so I don't see any reason why they can't at least get into the playoffs this season.
So if you're a striker, what's your goals target then for the season?
I don't want to set myself targets because I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but obviously I do have an idea of what I want to achieve this season.